sector is like a barometer for the economy. When the economy is rising, recruitment absolutely becomes buoyant. When the economy is on a slowdown, recruitment literally falls off a cliff. So marketeers are also following trends from the economy. So when the economy is doing well, lots of people want to spend money in terms of branding, marketing, expansion. So actually, if I was a marketeer, I would be watching the barometer with recruitment businesses, because when they're doing well, typically marketeers will do well. I think also recruitment is a very dynamic market, and I think marketeers in digital media and advertising, it's a very dynamic sector. It's constantly changing, it's very fast moving, and the only people who really succeed and thrive are the people who can stay with market trends. So one big piece of advice from me is watch the market, learn from the market, see what's happening in your sector, and be an industry expert. I recently invested in a recruitment business called Gemini, which specializes purely in the digital media and marketing space. One of the biggest challenges that you face in that sector is, whilst finding the right person for your client is key, in the kind of digital marketing world, it's not just about the CV, it's not just about the experience, but the cultural fit in this sector is so important, because people are very quirky, and it's not just about what you do, but it's the environment you work in, it's how well you fit with other people, it's that whole team dynamic. So, from a recruitment point of view, one of the things that you tend to have to do far more is understand your client. So typically what would happen is a recruitment business would pick up a requirement, but they're taking down what I call technical details. What they need to do is actually go and spend, half a day in the client's offices, because that's when you really know whether your candidate will work. So I think my big kind of lesson would be is cultural fit in the kind of media industry is just as important as the expertise or the skill of the candidate. One thing that's important is making sure that you value the people that you have, you recognize the people who are contributing to a business. And I think in this sector, it's not just the people who are at the forefront of the business, but it's the people that support the business. The support structure within the kind of digital media world is frankly just as important, and sometimes those unsung heroes do get left behind. So I think at a macro level, it's making sure that you have a culture of fairness where people are recognized for every contribution they make. I think also making sure that when you're hiring people, don't just rely on the interview process. Wherever possible, if you can, get people to come and spend half a day in the business, get to know the environment, get to know the team, get to know who they're working with. I think the culture that you create is crucial. I think in this particular industry, having fun, I think, is so important. If you really want to get those creative juices flowing, you need people to be motivated. And motivation is not just about the job or the salary, but it's making sure people enjoy the environment that they work in. So anything that you can do that encourages team spirit, team working, days out, go-karting, anything that you do where people gel and they interact with each other creates a much better environment that actually will get you the best from your people.